right, boys and girls, happy Wednesday. Hope you're all having a great day. Let's see what month we are in. Everybody say May. And our number today, the date is, say May the 13th. Got to stick your tongue out at the teacher. And of course, our year, 2020 or 2020. All right, it's May 13th. And we said today is, makes the w sound. Everybody say Wednesday. Good job, Wednesday. If today's Wednesday, tomorrow will be Thursday. Great job. And if today is Wednesday, yesterday was Tuesday. Awesome job. You guys got your days of the week down. All right. Well, yesterday we looked at this verse. I want to look at it again today. It's found in Genesis 9:12. Say that with me. Genesis 9:12. Remember, Genesis is the first book in the Bible. I have put my rainbow in the clouds. It will be the sign of the covenant. Do you remember what we said a covenant was? It's like a promise. Do you remember why did God put that rainbow for Noah in the sky? Do you remember? It was a promise that he would never flood the earth like that again. I bet you guys remember that. Remember, that is in the book of Genesis. So when you go to your Bible and you open it up, it's the first book of the Bible called Genesis. And you can look back at that story and remember how awesome it was, how God took care of the animals. Remember, he put a male and a female, a boy and a girl, 2 animals, Noah and his family. And then when they came out of the ark, they saw that beautiful rainbow in the clouds. What a great reminder. And we can remember that too. God always keeps his promises. All right, well today, this story actually has a thunderstorm in it. It's Franklin, and it's about Franklin and a thunderstorm. And boys and girls, would you remember what season we're in? Okay, we're in spring, and this is a time of year we often have some thunderstorms, maybe some rainy weather. Of course, we don't need to be scared about those or worry about those at all. And we're going to see what Franklin does about a thunderstorm. All right, do you remember what kind of animal Franklin was? All right, here he is. Franklin could count by 2s and tie his shoes. He could name the months of the year and all the seasons. He could read the thermometer, and he checked the barometer every day. Franklin worried about the weather because he was afraid of storms. Maybe you're afraid of storms, boys and girls. One day, Franklin was supposed to play at Fox's house, but the sky was getting dark and the clouds were thick. Maybe I shouldn't go, Franklin said to his mother. She looked out the window. It probably won't rain until later, she said. You have time to get to Fox's. Franklin put on his boots and took his umbrella. As Franklin hurried to Fox's house, he kept looking at the sky. The clouds moved quickly, and the wind swirled dirt in the air. Franklin felt all jumpy inside. Fox was playing outside when Franklin arrived. Franklin pointed nervously to the sky. I think we should go inside, don't you? He asked. Not yet, Fox grinned. I love watching the clouds move and feel the wind blow. It's exciting. I think it's scary, said Franklin. Do you think it's exciting or do you think it's scary? Beaver, Snail, and Hawk came over to play too. My fur feels funny when it's about to storm, said Fox. My feathers get all ruffled, said Hawk. Beaver sniffed. I could smell a storm coming. Can you sniff like Beaver? The wind became stronger. Hey, Hawk flew loop-the-loops. Whee! He cried. Franklin held onto his hat and shivered. It was almost dark as night when the big fat raindrops began to fall. We should go in, shouted Franklin. No, said Fox. Follow me. They raced to the treehouse where it was dry. Fox called his mother. Time for everyone to come in. It's all right, Fox shouted back. We're in the tree. Fox's mother was there in a second. It's dangerous to be near a tree during a storm, she said. Lightning strikes tall things first, and you might get hurt. Franklin held on to Fox's mother all the way from the tree to the house. They were barely in the door when a flash of zigzag light came in. Lightning! Shrieked Franklin, and he trembled. Kaboom! Thunder! He screamed. Give me a thumbs up. Have you ever heard thunder? Yep, we've seen thunder and lightning. Heard thunder, seen lightning. It's okay, Franklin said his friends. We're safe here. But Franklin had crawled deep inside his shell. Fox's mother brought treats, and still Franklin wouldn't come out. Franklin's friends begged him to play, but Franklin stayed put. Look at him. He's in his shell. Then, with a flash and a crash, the lights went out. Don't worry, said Fox's mother, and she lit candles and turned on a flashlight. Won't you come out now? She asked Franklin. No, thank you, he mumbled. Don't be afraid, said Hawk. All that noise, it sounds like there's giants playing drums in the sky. Franklin peeked out. Really? No, it's not, giggled Snail. They're using their imagination, aren't they? Thinking of those silly things happening. Franklin came out of his shell. But what about the lightning? What is that? That's easy, said Hawk. He said there's cloud giants turning their lights on and off. Kind of silly using their imagination again. That's ridiculous, said Beaver. Mr. Owl says lightning is a spark of electricity that travels from the sky to the ground. That spark is so hot that it makes the air say pop. That's the sound of thunder. Amazing, said Franklin. Franklin felt a little better. He even played flashlight tag with his friends. Soon there was hardly any lightning. The thunder was a low rumble from far away, and the rain stopped. Then the lights went on. Storm's over, said Fox. Let's go outside and play. Look, said Franklin. What do you think they're going to see, boys and girls? I bet you know. We talked about it. A rainbow. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I know the storm is over, Franklin said. And everybody had a big smile on their face when they saw the beautiful rainbow. All right, so the storm was over and they saw that rainbow, just like sometimes we can go outside and see that rainbow. And we can always remember that God is with us during a thunderstorm. He's with us all the time. But if we do get a little scared through a thunderstorm, that's okay. We can pray and talk to God, and He will always listen. He doesn't get scared. He doesn't get sleepy. He's always listening to us. So what an awesome promise we have from God to always listen to our prayers. All right, let's go ahead. Look at our handwriting. 175, 176. You're just about done with your handwriting, boys and girls. I'm so proud of how nice it's looking. Again, we're going to continue just tracing the gray. Continue practicing putting periods at the end of sentence, capitals at the beginning of sentence. Row 1, letter X. Remember, X at the beginning says X-ray, 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 X, X, X. And then we said at the end, it makes the X, like at the end of fox, like we saw in our book with Franklin. At the end of axe, ox, 6. But we still need to practice that capital lowercase. We can just trace the gray. On row 2, here it is at the end. It's going to say the X. Max sat in the tree. Good job. See him fix. There it is again. His lunch. CH at the end. There was that X at the end. X. X. Great job. Again, you can just trace the gray. I just kind of scribbled that out so you don't have to. Of course, if you want to, you can. On the back, Pam likes to help Mom. trace in the period. She can make the bed. Trace in the period. Pretty simple. Now, if you want to color, there are some coloring there if you want. If you don't feel like coloring it, that's okay too. You've done a great job on your handwriting and with your coloring. I'm very proud of you. All right. When you come back in the next video, you're going to need your reader, and we're going to read some more of our stories in our reader.